What's up, y'all? It's Wine Dine Wednesday. Welcome. Thank you for your patience. Make sure to like, subscribe. Welcome to Wine and Dine Wednesday, y'all. We are gonna get started in three, two, one. Make sure you like and subscribe, everybody. Welcome to Wine and Dine Wednesday. It's your girl Nate Star. We live each and every Wednesday. I try to be at 7 o'clock, but life be life, and sometimes it's not at 7. We might adjust the time, but make sure you like, subscribe, so you can always get updates and information on the channel. What's going on? What's new? So what we do here is we support. LIU is empowerment and it's strength. I'm teaching you basically everything I did, telling you my story, going through this journey with you, or letting you hear my journey of how I am a survivor, what I did to become a survivor, what I went through to become a survivor. Today we are talking mental health check-in. Every Wednesday is a mental health check-in. Today just happens to be hump day, so everybody needs something to do or a space to provide them that over the hump. Sometimes we start Monday, yeah, it's Monday, we get going, get going, get going, and then Wednesday comes, it's like, oh my gosh, is it not the weekend yet? So Wine is on Wednesday is where you might want to get some wine. No, wine is not required. It's not you're not obligated to drink. You don't have to be a drinker to join. But some people prefer wine. Some people like wine, and wine is accepted biblically. So get you a glass of wine. Get you something stronger if you need it. And we dine. Some weeks we're talking food, and we're gonna give recipes of for people who are at home, don't know how to cook, want to learn how to cook, want to try different recipes. Make sure y'all tap in with the dine from the wine and the dine. It's a collaboration. You can't have food without drinks. But, whining some days for us is going to be dancing too. So we ain't even tap into that side of us yet. But welcome to Wine Dine Wednesday. If it's your first time here, make sure you use your voice, stand on what you mean, and do your part. When I say do your part, I mean support, empowerment, provide that strength for somebody. You might be a crutch for somebody who don't need it. Just showing up might be a crutch. Just showing up and smiling, just providing a smile, posting the picture of you smiling. It can save a life. It can save the day. And that's what we're here for. That's what I'm here for. It's your girl, Nate Star. Today is a run on for me. This topic is something that we could talk about all day, every day. This topic is something that some people are scared to talk about. This topic is a topic that some people don't know how to talk about. We're talking about mental health today. It's May. It's mental health awareness month. And when I did my Wine and Down Wednesday last week, I didn't mention that May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I kind of regret that. But the topic kind of fell right in place. Pulling out my hair. I be pulling out my hair. That's a mental thing. I needed a mental health check-in. And so even though I didn't mention it last week, that's really what that was. Mentally checking in with the people who have kids. How y'all doing this week? And if you don't have kids, it's fine, because I'm sure it's a niece or a nephew or even a kid on a bus that may stress you out a little bit, make you want to pull out your hair. And you have to be mentally ready for that. You have to be mentally aware of what that looks like for you. How does that make you feel? Or is that environment something you should be in? That's not this week's topic, so don't get it twisted. I talk about kids all day, every day, because I have two, and they definitely give me a run for my money. But it's about showing up. It's about support. Wine and Down Wednesday is support for the people, and sometimes support is something you need mentally. Sometimes that mental support, just to check in and say, "Are you okay?" Check on your friends. 9 times out of 10, it's the friends that be like, "Yeah, I'm good. Don't worry about it. Everything's going all right. Everything is okay." That really need that mental check-in. That really need to say, "No, it's not okay. I'm stressed," or "No, it's not okay. This didn't work out, and it has me really feeling some type of way." You need to have those uncomfortable conversations. And when you talk about mental health, that's an uncomfortable conversation, because some people don't know what that looks like. Some people are scared of being judged from what that looks like. Some people don't want to get the help because they don't want somebody else judging them. Some people don't know how to get the help. So I'm providing that as a resource. If you need a mental health check in, if you need to talk to someone, if you need counseling or therapist, I am not her, but I can provide you that resource and connect you to someone who can help you, can get you the help that you need, because you're not in this alone. One thing I'm big on is support. This is support. Support is free and it's the hardest thing to find. And you're not alone. You might be going through something and you don't know. It could be somebody right next door going through the same thing. It could be somebody in your community going through the same things. It could be somebody who you don't know going through the same things. It could be somebody you know going through the same things. A lot of the time, it's people we know going through the same exact things that we're going through. Nobody goes through the same exact thing. Everybody has different feelings and interactions with how things make them feel or how they react to certain things. But hurt is hurt, pain is pain. There's no one is worse than the other. If you get shot and you get stabbed, at the end of the day, both of y'all's hurt, both of y'all's bleeding, and you cannot tell somebody how to feel. You cannot say, well, mine's is worse than yours because it's a shot wound, or mine's is worse because it's a stab wound. You don't know what's worse for somebody. You don't know if that person has more pain tolerance or less pain tolerance. So point blank, don't judge, and be there for people. Even if it's being there for nobody, you can't mentally or physically find yourself able to do that. Be there for you because you're not alone and you never know who else is going through what you're going through. And when you find the strength to stand for what you believe in and the empowerment to use your voice and own your story and own your accept your growth, accept your situations, then that's when you grow. That's when you get to the next level. That's when you can actually help somebody because, like I said, sometimes it's just a smile. Sometimes it's actually being around somebody. Sometimes it's just your energy. Sometimes it's just you showing up for you that can help somebody and save a life. And so that's why this week's conversation is mental health. This is the mental health check-in. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Make sure you share this conversation. Tell anybody and everybody this is where you want to be. It's Wine Dine Wednesday with your girl Nate Star. And it's a mental health check-in this week. It's Mental Health Awareness Month. So, you really do need to be aware of your mental health. If you're trying to grow personally, or if you're trying to go in business and scale your business, no matter what it is you're trying to do, your mental health matters. If you're not doing any business and you just have a regular 9 to 5, or you just have a regular job and you're working, even if it ain't 9 to 5, whatever hours, sometimes you still need to stop, breathe, have that self care. I did some self care today, y'all. I don't never do my nails. We'll talk about that. You have to stop, breathe, have some self care, and take a minute, meditate, talk to God. Breathe in, breathe out, think about what you're doing, what you did, think about what made you feel that certain way, and release it. Check on your mental. If you're not mentally okay, you can't build a business. You can't grow personally. Excuse me. You can't grow professionally. You can't take care of your family if you're not mentally there. There are people who are dealing with mental challenges right now that still have to work a 9 to 5, that still have to cook and clean, that still have to be a girlfriend, that still has to be a mother, that still has to be a friend, that is that one go to person that everybody calls on, that, you know, doesn't get a break. That person that doesn't get a break, you have to stop. You have to think about your mental health. You have to make sure you're good. If you're not good, you cannot provide anything for anybody else because after a while, when you break down, and it's inevitable to break down, you may say, oh, I got this, I could keep going, I could keep going. The body gets tired, the body gets exhausted. If you keep going to you can't no more, it's going to be you passing out, or you just not being able to get up, and you might think it's something else when really it's just you're just mentally exhausted because you're doing too much. You're not giving yourself that break. You don't have that acknowledgement and awareness of self, like, I need a break, I need a me day, I need a relaxed time, I need a reality check. Sometimes it's not always a break you need. Sometimes it's just a reality check. Sometimes it's just an update on information to where you feel like, okay, if this is not bringing me money, peace, happiness, and sometimes the happiness could get blurred in there, but if it's not bringing me money, peace, or happiness, then I don't have time for it mentally. Only thing I'm looking for is happiness, joy, growth, development, and me. Hello, I'm looking for me in the mirror. Every time I wake up, I'm thinking about my mental health. What woke me up today? What got me up? What am I living for? What is my purpose? What am I doing? What am I living for? Who am I living for? Like I said, everybody doesn't have children, so sometimes the kids is not motivation. My kids is my motivation. I'm doing this so that my kids don't have to go through the struggles that I went through, so that my kids know what mental health looks like, and to say something when they need to say something instead of holding it in. Sometimes that's our biggest issue, is that we hold things in that need to be expressed, and because we don't have no one to express it to, or we don't have that safe space to express it in, it mentally discourages us. It mentally affects us. Mental health is very big and is not talked about. People commit suicide because mentally they're not there. Mentally they weren't okay and nobody noticed, or nobody said something, or the people they did say something to didn't take them serious. So, you have to acknowledge when somebody else is going through something. It takes me back to, people are not the same. My hurt is not your hurt, and your pain is not my pain. But if I'm physically saying I'm drained, that I'm physically, mentally not here, I hope and pray that somebody hears me. And if you're going through that, or you can relate to that, you can come to me and I'll be there for you. Or I hope you have that person that you can go to, just to talk to, just to vent, just to be an ear. Hopefully you can find that someone who doesn't judge you on what you're doing and how you're living. But even if you don't have that, no one, give it to God. Go to God. I'm not going to tell you nothing wrong. I'm not going to hold you up. I'm not going to lie to you. God was my somebody. That's why I'm here today. That's why I do Wine Dine Wednesday. That's why I'm strong as I am now. God was my somebody. And I used to go to social media, if I didn't have anybody, or when my friends didn't show up, or when they weren't available for me the same way I was available for them, and I was mentally going through something, I would go to God. I would pray. And some people go to God praying, kicking and screaming and crying and cursing, and a lot of people try to say, oh, there's a certain way to go. No. Go as you are. Go if you're kicking, screaming, cursing, sinning, go as you are, because he is the only person, that is the only thing that can bring you that peace, that ease, that comfort, get you back in that growth state. The biggest thing for me was, it's a sin to commit suicide. So every time I feel like I'm in that space or that place where you're going down that hole of, you don't want to be here, or what are you here for, I always think about that. And that is the biggest sin. I can never commit that in my life. Now, I can't tell you what takes a person to actually commit suicide, because that is something that's hard. It hurts. But what I can tell you is, it's because nobody checked up on them. It's because they didn't have nobody there asking them every day, are you okay? Are you okay? It's because a lot of people accept that, yeah, I'm good, even when you're not good, and they don't dig in deep. I'm sorry, I'm deep. I dig. And I'm open and accepting to everybody. A lot of people was not like that, and that's hard. But for me mentally, I had to do that, because that is my purpose. That is my heart. God put love on me to love the world. As He loves us, and that's all I could do. But you need that check in. You need that community. You need that support, and we're here to talk about it. All month of May, they're talking about it. Speak up. Use your voice. Say what mental health means to you. Mental health is your mindset, is making sure you're healthy, mentally, making sure you're okay, you're able to say you're okay, you're able to say when you're not okay, you have someone to go to. Or even if you don't have someone to go to, you have that thing that you do that helps you get from out of that space, out of that negativity. One thing I promote is positive living and self-love. Self-love is why this is, because I learned to love myself, and the more I loved me, the more I grew, the more I came out of those bad situations, the more I saw the change that I wanted, the more I saw the change that I've been needing, and the more it kept me going and pushing to keep going and pushing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, when you showing up for yourself and you showing up by yourself, it's hard, and it gets very discouraging, and then you start to self-sabotage yourself, because it's like, why, what am I doing it for, what reason? You don't see the reason, because a lot of people might watch and don't say, or a lot of people might take and don't give. But it's not about the people, I do Wine and Dine Wednesday for me. It's my accountability. It's me showing up for me. It's me doing my mental check in. Am I okay? Because if I'm not okay, guess what? I'm gonna tell y'all I'm not okay. And instead of telling y'all I'm not okay, what I did sometimes I not showed up, and sometimes not showing up could lead to other things, and that's bad. I'm mad at myself because it's bad for me. It hurts me even more because the more I think about it, it's like I was letting myself get lost. I was letting the mental, I was letting the depression and the hurt and the self sabotage and the doubt. I was letting all of that win, and I don't want that to win. I'm winning. I'm the winner. Tanea, Nay Star, I'm the winner. God got me, and I know He got me, and my faith is too strong to stay in that hole in that rut. And that's why we're here talking about it. It's mental health awareness. It's mental health month. May is the month of mental health awareness. Please check on your friends. Please check on your siblings. Check on your parents. Check on your aunts and your uncles. Check on those people who is not blood to you that you consider family. Check on those people who you don't like, but they still around you. Everybody needs somebody. And even when you have that dislike and this discomfort with someone, God says still love. Love thy neighbor as He loves you. He doesn't shun you for your sins, so you shouldn't shun people for what they do. What you do is you deal with them accordingly. If you find somebody does something you don't like or something you don't want to be around and you don't do, you deal with them accordingly. You stop coming around. You stop putting yourself in that environment where you have to feel that discomfort. Now, if you're in a situation where I can't even take you there, my mind is so lost, but you deal with them accordingly. If you're in a situation where you're dealing with someone and you like the way they are, but you see they don't give you the time and attention that you need, deal with them accordingly. If you're somewhere where you see they don't mess with you and they're not giving you the time and attention that you need, stop trying, stop applying yourself. And that's hard for me because if you caught my live on YouTube, on Instagram, excuse me, if you follow me on Instagram, you caught me live earlier, love is hard. Love is hard to find. Everybody say, "Oh, I love you, I care about you," but love don't be loving the way love should. And you know, even showing love, people, you know, mm, she loved me too much. She's gay, or she liking too much. She's trying to steal my audience. She's calming too much. It's not about that. Those are the type of people you don't want to be around. So, like I said, you have to deal with them accordingly. If anybody makes you feel that type of way, don't be around them. Don't follow them. Don't look at them. Don't let them steal your energy and your joy. Find your joy. Find your peace and live in it. Make sure you know how to get yourself in that positive vibe. Find the things to make you smile. Find what makes you happy. Find what you need for you to grow and be in that great mental space, because when you're good mentally, then your kids is good, then your family is good, then your business is good, because you're good. You're good, you're producing, you're productive, you're happy. When you're not good mentally, it becomes like you're sluggish, you're lazy, you don't want to get things done, you're doubting yourself, you're self-sabotaging yourself. And it's 2024, honey. We don't got no time for that. It's 2024, honey. We don't got no time. I don't keep that stress on my mind. I don't got no time. When I walk up on that stage, all I do is shine. They star, no time. Go listen to that. Take it. Take a piece of it. Look at yourself in the mirror. Own it. Sing it. I don't keep that stress on my mind. I don't got no time. When I walk up on that stage, all we do is shine. We ain't sure you're trying to get laid. All we do is grind. We out here grinding. We working. Now you could do a different type of grind. It's Wine on Wednesday. We do a little bit of humping on Wednesdays. But you know, do what makes you happy. If that's what mentally brings that release, make sure you getting you some. If it's painting, if it's singing, if it's, I'm an artist. I do art just because it makes me happy. It is a release for me. My craft and my art sometimes is writing. I'm a writer. I express myself best when I'm writing. That helps me mentally. That gives me that mental release, because mentally sometimes I used to be blocked. Mentally, I didn't know what was affecting my mental health. A lot of times we get into situations and we accept things and we adapt because it becomes a situationship where we're just stuck in it because we think it's making us happy, or we think this is better, or we think what we think. We need to get out of our heads, get out of the world, and get into our spirit, spend more time with God, and you know Learn what you would accept, learn the things that change, the things that you won't accept, and live happy. It's about living. Every day you live, somebody dies every day. So when you wake up in the morning, you should be happy. That should be enough for you. And if that's not enough for you because waking up is something that's hard for you and it's a drag on you, then guess what? You waking up made somebody else happy, even when they didn't tell you. I promise you. There's a lot of people in this world that are happy you're alive, are happy you're around. That makes it harder for you. That makes you feel like shit, but really depend on you and really need you. So it's not even about them. It's about you. It's about you loving you. Have that self love, have that acknowledgement that my mental health matters and this is what I need mentally and this is what works for me mentally, and get that safe space, get that comfort space, get that growth space, and know that we're always growing. In life, the older you get, they say the older you get, you're more like a baby, but you have more wisdom than when you're younger. When you're younger, you have a smarter brain. You're able to take in and absorb more, but you're dumb. You're still learning. You don't have the experience and the situations to know this is what it is. Now, if you're smart as a child or you have a smarter, you know, brain and cycle and transfer, then shout out to you. But 9 times out of 10, people don't even have common sense. So just be appreciative that that you're you. Love you. Be happy with you. A lot of the times I notice that you know no offense, but people who are ugly or fat, they have more confidence than the pretty girls. And I used to wonder, like, how is that? And that's because it's their mental place. They got it in their mind that no matter what nobody say, no matter what nobody do, I'm the shit. Know you, love you. Have you ever seen Cool Runnings? He said what the guy said when he was teaching the other friend to stand up. Look at yourself in the mirror. I'm a bad mother and I take no from nobody. I'm a bad mother and I don't take no from nobody. And remember that. And that's how you walk around with your head high, confidence, whether they know it or not, whether they accept it or not. Don't let nobody put you down. Let nobody make you feel no type of way. And keep that positive energy. Make it live long time. Make it last you long time. And check on you. Make sure you good. Take that day. Self care. Okay, we could go back there now. Self care. I don't do my nails. If you can see, let me see which one it is. This nail already is smudged. I don't put gel on my nails because gel hurts me. Like, it irritates my nails. Like, it hurts. It's so pretty. I love it, but it hurts. Now, I don't do nails because what's the point? It's a waste of money. I just got my nails done today and it's already smudged. I can wash my hands and do my own cuticles, but my son is graduating, so I did something nice. I treated myself. Today was my wellness day. Every Wednesday is a wellness day for me. And I actually went and got my nails and my toes done. And that's not something that I do all the time. But occasionally you have to do something that makes you feel like, okay, Shorty's back. I've been going for a minute, but I'm back. This ain't no remix. It's still me. Same girl, just a different day. Positive vibes, positive energy all day, every day, because that's what helps me mentally. That's what boosts me up. And because I love me. I love me. And guess what? I had to learn to love me because I thought I loved a man. I thought I loved people. I thought I loved situations. I thought I loved things more than I loved me. And God sat me down real quick and said, when you love yourself, everything you desire will come to you. And then I had to figure out what loving myself is. I had to find out what I like, what I want. What am I okay with? What am I not okay with? What boundaries do I have? Those is the things that you start to think about as you grow, as you level, as you change, as you get into that place of, I want to say, a place of discomfort, or that place of acknowledgement. Entrepreneurship is hard, mothership is hard, business is hard. Living in this world is hard because it's crazy. People is crazy. They doing crazy things to the adults, to the kids. It's hard. Life is hard. Life is hard. Life is hard. I don't know why Eve bit that apple, but I wish I could go back to not remembering nothing or not understanding and knowing nothing. Like, because then, I could imagine the shit that was going on in the world before we had understanding. You know, now with understanding, I need you to understand you, because mentally understanding you is the best thing you can do for you. Is the best thing you can do for your business. Is the best thing you can do for anybody around you. Anybody around you. Mental health is real. Mental health, depression is real. People be depressed, postpartum depression, suicide, domestic violence, drama, trauma is real. All of that affects your mental health. Friends, family, being liked, being disliked, feeling comfortable, feeling uncomfortable, you know, is really about knowing what mental health is, what it means to you, how you're affected by it, what affects your mental health, and making sure you set those boundaries and put those things and processes and procedures into place so that your mental health is not affected. A lot of people don't interact or react to a lot of things that go on in the world because it's not worth their mental health. It's not worth mentally breaking down. It's not worth mentally falling out of place of positivity. If it's not worth it, it's not worth it. Know your worth. Know your mental space. Know your boundaries. Make sure you have that conversation with who you need to. Make sure you check in. And if you feel like you're good and you're great, teach me, baby. Teach me. And if you're not, check on your friends. Talk to your friends. Check on them. And if you don't have a friend, find you one. And if you can't find a friend, that's fine. Because people ain't shit. Find God. Let God be your friend, and He's gonna guide you to everything you need, everyone you need, and it's only up from there. What Cardi said: "When it's up, when it's up, when it's up, yeah, it's stuck, and it's up." You already know it's your girl named Star. Bronx vibes all day. I'm a Bronx girl. BX love. It don't matter where I go. I'm always gonna be a Bronx girl. So I just wanted to say thank you for joining me for Wine Dine Wednesday. I am not gonna keep you guys all day. I just want to tell you I love y'all. It's always love and support here. I love you. It's Wine Dine Wednesday. Check on your friends. And if you're not checking on your friends, check on you. Make sure you have that awareness and that accountability. Love yourself, grow, and until next week, I see y'all. Make sure you go like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. It's Wine Dine Wednesday.